Have you ever stopped to think about what it would be like if, for a moment, all the anxiety that takes over your mind could be erased? What if you could simply disconnect from stress and let your mind and body surrender to a deep peace with no more rushing, no more fear? Now imagine if this state of tranquility wasn't something temporary, but something permanent, accessible whenever you need it. This is not an empty promise. What you're about to discover could be the key to completely changing your relationship with stress and anxiety. A simple yet incredibly powerful practice that can transform you from the inside out. This isn't just temporary relief. You will learn to access a peace that has been hidden inside of you all along, waiting to be released. All you need to do is surrender to this journey. This is true spiritual transformation. Are you ready to release anxiety and stress once and for all, and finally reconnect with inner peace? Let's begin this journey together, and what you will discover will change your life forever. Imagine for a moment that you're living in a constant cycle of stress and anxiety. Every day you wake up with a lump in your throat, feeling the weight of pressure that only increases as the hours go by. Responsibilities, work, worries about the future, and insecurities about the present consume your mind. You try to escape it in different ways. Maybe some exercise, a few moments of leisure, but nothing seems to be enough. Anxiety never completely disappears. Stress keeps knocking at the door. This is exactly what happened to someone I know. She was living in the same anxiety spiral that many of us know all too well. She tried conventional methods, therapy, medications, relaxation attempts, but in the end, nothing seemed to work. The tension never really went away, and no matter how hard she tried, the feeling of being overwhelmed never disappeared. Then one day, she heard about meditation for anxiety and stress. At first, it was just another attempt, another method that could be the same as always. But something inside her made her persist. She surrendered to the process, trusting, even if out of curiosity, that there might be something deeper waiting to be discovered. And that's when everything started to change. In the first few days, she didn't feel great differences, but she kept going. Then gradually, something began to happen. Her breath became calmer, her thoughts more spaced out. And finally, she felt relief, a sense of lightness that she had never experienced before. Little by little, she discovered that meditation for anxiety and stress wasn't just a technique to calm the mind. It was the key to unlocking a peace that had always been within her, but that she never knew how to access. And by starting to access that peace, stress and anxiety began to lose their grip. She felt more balanced, more connected to herself, and for the first time in a long time, she began to see life in a calmer, more hopeful way. This is the transformation you're about to experience. The secret to overcoming anxiety and stress isn't outside of you, but within. Are you ready to discover this path? Meditation for anxiety and stress isn't just about relaxing or trying to escape reality. It's about creating a deep and safe space within yourself where peace can emerge and anxiety no longer has power. To reach this state, you need to start working internally, connecting your mind and body in a way that goes beyond what conventional methods offer. Every breath you take during meditation serves to calm the mind and, at the same time, free the body from the tensions that accumulate throughout the day. You begin to realize that stress isn't something external that you need to fight. It's the reflection of an internal imbalance. And through meditation, you start to restore that balance, allowing energy to flow freely and naturally through your body. At first, the process may seem simple, but as you go deeper, you will notice something even more powerful happening. Meditation for anxiety and stress isn't just a passive practice. It's a journey of self-discovery where you begin to uncover thought patterns that fuel anxiety and learn how to transform them. You will realize that inner peace isn't something you receive from the outside, but something that is already inside you, waiting to be accessed. But what you don't know yet is that as you progress on this journey, you'll begin to notice something even deeper, something that meditation can unlock within you: true emotional freedom. What happens when you finally access this state of freedom? You become able to handle any challenge, any stress, with unwavering calm. You'll be able to turn stressful situations into opportunities for spiritual growth. There's something even deeper that you need to understand about the process of meditation for anxiety and stress. What many people don't know is that true peace comes when you learn to distance yourself from the thoughts and emotions that fuel stress. This doesn't mean ignoring them or repressing them, but observing them without letting them control you. Meditation creates this sacred space between you and your thoughts, where you can observe without judgment, and from there, begin to release the emotional weight they carry. But there's a secret within this practice that few know, and it's this secret that will accelerate your transformation. I can't reveal everything now because you need to experience this for yourself to understand its power, but I can tell you that once you learn how to access this secret, you'll start to see real changes in your life. This secret isn't something complicated or esoteric. It's at a deep level of consciousness that everyone has the ability to reach. The key lies in your ability to connect with the present moment and release accumulated tensions. When you master this process, you'll become immune to stress and anxiety, even in the most challenging situations. What happens when you start integrating meditation for anxiety and stress into your daily routine? The transformation starts to intensify. That person who began skeptical, with a mind full of anxious thoughts, soon realized that worries no longer controlled her life. She started waking up more peacefully, facing challenges with more serenity, and feeling more connected to herself. Stress didn't disappear overnight, but she learned to handle it in a more balanced way. You begin to realize that inner peace isn't something you have to search for relentlessly. It's already inside you, waiting to be discovered. As you practice, you start connecting with this peace more easily, and in doing so, anxiety and stress begin to dissipate. What once felt like a constant battle now becomes something you can manage with calm and confidence. Meditation for anxiety and stress brings deep psychological benefits. It reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone, improves mental clarity, and restores emotional balance. You begin to realize that you are no longer controlled by your fears and anxieties. You're the master of your mind, able to create peace and tranquility whenever you desire. But like any great spiritual journey, there's something more waiting for you, something you haven't discovered yet, but when accessed, will transform your life experience forever. What's to come isn't just meditation to alleviate stress, but a path to unlock the true potential of your inner peace. I know you're curious to know what comes next, and I can assure you that the next step will surprise you. True transformation begins when you discover this inner secret. And when that happens, you'll see that anxiety and stress will never again have the same power over you. Stay tuned for the next step in this journey. What you're about to discover will redefine your relationship with stress forever. The transformation continues,